Hi, my name is Shawful Islam and welcome to another one of my videos where I talk about the real world of data. In today's video, what I want to talk about is if you're a data scientist or a data analyst, should you go freelancing? Okay. Now, I'm not really going to talk about the pros and cons of whether you should be freelancer or whether you should stay perm, because I think it depends on everybody's situation. But if you are going to go freelancing, what is it that you need to do in order to be successful as a freelancer? So my first tip to you is try and build a deep expertise in two things: a tool, so that you're very proficient at using a tool, and then also an analytical technique. So whether that's building machine learning algorithm, whether it's running segmentation, whether it's running propensity models, whether it's doing text analysis, whatever it is, try and build a deep proficiency in it. Okay, that means that on day one, when you go into a business, you'll start adding value. Okay, one of the things that businesses can't afford for you to do is to come in and spend a lot of time trying to get familiar with their tools, trying to get familiar with their data, trying to get familiar with how they work. They really need someone to come in with deep expertise to come in and get drive value from day one. Now, obviously, it will take you some time to get familiar with the data and with the business, but they expect you to talk to colleagues, other analysts, other teams, and other members of the team to get yourself up to speed. So if you have a deep expertise in something, you'll find that you're not worrying about the job that you're doing, that you should be doing. The things that you have to learn are more around the context of the business. Okay, so that's the first thing that you should do. The next thing that you should do, if you can, is build some domain expertise. So if you want to be a freelancer and you want to get called for projects time and time again, try and be an expert in a domain. Okay, so whether that's banking, retail, media, whatever sector it is, try and build some expertise in that sector. And the reason for that is because once you do it, you'll find that you put that on your CV that I've worked for a bank, then other banks will think, oh, this is brilliant, this guy already knows how banks work, so therefore if I hire them, I don't have to worry about teaching them how banks work. Or if you've worked in retail, they'll have this, they'll say the same thing, he's worked in retail, so therefore we don't have to train them up on that domain expertise. So if you can build a deep expertise within a domain, that really helps. The other thing I would ask I suggest you do as a freelancer, and that is network. Okay, so one of the things that you have to do is make sure that you always are sort of lining up projects before the current one finishes. Okay, so you want to make sure that you don't have too much downtime, because then if you're not working for half the year, you won't really make as much money as if you're working full time. So you don't want too much downtime. So that means that if you have a good network, then you're coming into the last week of your contract, you can reach out to people and say, look, I'm coming to the end of my contract, can you help? And here is a good opportunity to network with recruiters, actually, because they always know about projects, and they especially know about like urgent projects, things that need to be filled immediately, where they've been called in to fill it. So if you keep in touch with a handful of recruiters and work with them, then what you'll find is that if you do a good job and you're able to deliver on time, and you're able to work within their budgets, they'll keep asking you to come back, they'll keep asking you to take on projects for other clients. Okay, so that's really good. But the other thing is, obviously, if you can build your own client base, that's really good. And one of the ways, if you want to go into freelancing, is to start analytics as a side hustle. And I talk about this in another video of mine. So if you start analytics as a side hustle, you can start building your client base, and then you might go full time as a freelancer from that, because it's a side hustle, and then you can sort of build a network of clients and do that full time. So that's another way. But try and network. Try not to be too insular where you only care about your job. Try and look outwards and see who needs your expertise and who you can help, and sort of go to meetups and stuff, and connect with people, and even connect with other analysts, because what they might find is that in their company they might have a need for something, and they remember that you can do that, and they'll refer you. So again, networking is really important. Then finally, the freelancer, the other thing to bear in mind is that what price do you set? Okay, so I mean, the easiest way to do this is to look at the industry average of what data analysts or data scientists, freelancers get, and it does vary. It depends on what field you're in, what specialism you're in. You vary. So try and match that day rate and try and stay within that limit. That then means that it's easier for recruiters or for companies just to set a budget, because they know that you're going to be around that budget. Don't try and go for something way high. You find that then people just don't hire you because your day rate's too high. Okay, so if you can do that, try and do a bit of research into what the average day rate for your skill set in your sector is, and set yourself at that level. And then finally, as a freelancer, the thing that you have to bear in mind is that you are now responsible for your own accounts, so your own money and stuff. So get an accountant, and make sure you send out invoices to clients, or to who, if you go for a recruitment agency, to recruitment agencies, and make sure you stay on top of that. Thank you for listening to my video. I hope you found the advice about about going freelancing as a data scientist, a data analyst useful. And yeah, do let me know what you think in the comments below. Please do subscribe to my channel and keep lookout for more of my videos. Thank you.